All right, battle of the sexes, relay style. Andrew and Jacob versus two teenage scrubs with easier weights. Yeah. Let the trash talking ensue. We are off in 3, 2, 1, getting it. Right now, you can't see through Andrew's body, and I believe in a couple seconds I actually tell Andrew I think he should move because Ellie's on the other side, but we are doing a guys versus girls kind of relay style. You guys can feel free to try this out with a team of guys and girls. All you need is probably an even number of guys and girls. So we have 2 and 2. It's me and Andrew versus Ellie and Olivia. So if you have 3 or 4, just relay style it. So when you finish the workout, you tag your partner in. This is a longer workout, so bear that in mind. We probably should have made it a little bit shorter, but this was a workout that was originally programmed for us just to do individually, and we decided to make it fun and kind of do it as a relay style, which is still somewhat individually to a degree. We're just tagging your partner in to finish up. The workout actually is, we are doing essentially 3 rounds of this workout. And the round always starts with 100 double unders. And then we have a, the handstand push-ups and the shoulder overhead will decrease in reps, but increase in weight or in height. So what we're doing is 100 double unders, 21 deficit handstand push-ups at 4 inches, and then 9 shoulder overhead at 205. And then we're going back to the rope, 100 double unders, 15 deficit handstand push-ups at 6 inches, back to the bar for 6 shoulder overhead at 225, back to the rope for the final round at 100 double unders, back to the wall for 9 deficit handstand push-ups at 8 inches, and then finally back to the bar for 3 shoulder overhead at 245. So it's really easy for the guys to add weight. You're just slipping tins on every time. You can also, if you have someone there, you can also have someone, you only really technically need 1 handstand push-up spot, and you can just kind of load height on it as you see fit. In this case, we decided that we had the ability to have the spots preloaded. As you can see on my wall, I have all my 4, 6, and 8 spots. It's actually more like 4, 6, and 9. But we tried to get close to 8, we really couldn't, so we decided to go with 9. So if you can't have it loaded, awesome. It saves your partner some time setting it up, and you don't have to like break it down for the relay partner style. So my goal going in this workout was to go unbroken on everything, double unders. Now, of course, if I broke my double unders, I wasn't going to restart double unders, but the goal is to go unbroken on dubs, on handstand push-ups, and on shoulder overhead. And it got really difficult in this round we're going into, mainly because 21 handstand push-ups is difficult, and especially when you look into do 15 handstand push-ups and the shoulder overhead 225 for 6 is a bit difficult. You know, the pressing out motion gets pretty hard. So yeah, and then over here, Ellie is doing, I believe she's doing 2 inches, 4 inches, and 6 inches for her deficit. And then for her shoulder overhead, I really don't remember what they did. This is her first weight, and I think she did, what is that? 25, probably a 10 and a 10. She probably did 125, 135, 145 is probably my bet. Don't quote me on that. I don't actually know what the girls did. Andrew was in charge of setting the girls' weight for them. So, but their deficit is definitely 2, 4, 6, and the rep scheme is the same throughout, right? They're still doing 100, they're still doing 21, 15, 9, they're still doing 9, 6, and 3. So, yeah, and they're just slipping 5s on, so I know it's kind of a 125, 135, 145, I believe. So, all right, so we're done with the second set of round of double unders. I'm wasting my complete time fixing that bar, and I'm going back to the wall for my 15 handstand push-ups. And here's Winston to say hello. He just wants to chill, you know, he just wants to chill. Good scaling options for this workout. Honestly, it would still be a solid workout. Even if you did this by yourself and you don't have someone to change your weights or change your height, if you just did this by yourself and you just like, I don't want to waste time, literally 3 rounds of 100 double unders, probably like 15 regular handstand push-ups, and 6 shoulder overhead at a specified weight that's difficult but doable for you is still pretty solid. That's easy to do. You know, why did I choose 15 and choose 6? Because it's middle of the road, right? You're not gonna do 3 rounds of 21. But you could do the 21, 15, 9, I guess. And you could do 9, 6, 3, but just not change your weight or change your height. You could do that also, it's totally up to you. But that's what I would present for scaling, is the fact that keep the double unders the same. And it just depends on how good you are at handstand push-ups, right? So if you're really good at them and a deficit isn't an issue, then maybe go for, maybe do what we're doing here, or maybe go up in height if you're better than me. Or if you're looking to keep it the same, maybe do like 10, 12, or 15 at 6 inches. 4 inches really isn't that much. 6 inches really gets difficult. And of course the 9 is where it's just like, this is stupid. And the shoulder overhead, pick a number that probably is easily doable for the 9 in the first round. And your 6 is gonna be more difficult, and your 3 is gonna be, 3 is not the most difficult of all, because it's like, okay, I only have 3, like I just have to do 3 reps, it's just heavy. The sixth round, the round of 6, I think was the most difficult to do. So pick a round or a weight that is doable, but difficult probably is what I'd recommend. And this is the double unders for my final round. Just a lot of what we're working here is a lot of handstand push-ups under fatigue, and then seeing what I'm capable of when we do shoulder overhead. Now, looking at this video, I haven't watched this yet. I usually just watch the first time with you guys. Could my transitions have been faster between the double unders and the handstand push-ups? Yes. I was trying to go unbroken, but at the same time, you got to realize, like I've talked in previous videos, that sometimes going unbroken wastes more time, because you'll be like, okay, well, I need to make sure I go unbroken, so I need to rest before I start this movement, when you actually should just be like, okay, I'm done with my double unders, lay it down, kick up. Maybe I do a little bit, but not the whole set, and then I kick off and kick back up again. It's a give and take, right? It's a give and take there. So should I be faster kicking up right here? Yes. I'm obviously wasting a lot of time. The hard part is really being faster between the handstand push-ups and the shoulder overhead, because you've spent all this time pressing out your body weight at a deficit, and now you're being required to do the same thing for a barbell, and that's difficult to do. So we do 9 here, 1. I don't think I actually can. I think I told one don't count that one, so that's 1. Let's see what else. I'm probably not going to talk about the whole thing, so this video is going to be about 20 minutes long in general. I'm going to probably put music in for Olivia and Andrew doing it. I'm going to talk about them for a little bit, but I mostly just want to focus on my thoughts for when I did this workout, how I approached it, and what I would change. And then, of course, Ellie. Ellie's just struggling right now because I think her overhead positioning is just shot. They actually did like a grip workout right before this. They had like plate pinch, and I think it was difficult for them to grab a jump rope, to be honest, because if you'll watch when Ellie's finally done and tags in Olivia, and you can even see it now, they just keep breaking their double unders. I think it's because their forearms were completely just shot. I actually made a joke about Popeye and eating spinach, and they had no idea what I was talking about. So, difference in cultures. So Andrew's up right now. And so I'm obviously going to strip the bar down and get ready for him, and prepare him for it. Andrew, I don't think he broke his double unders at all. What Andrew is going to struggle at is not the handstand push-ups, not the double unders. It's going to be the weight in general. It's going to be the weight of the shoulder overhead. He's not a fan of shoulder overhead, and it's mostly because he has a bad elbow that he's never actually fixed for some reason. And so, his ability to lock out on one side is pretty difficult. And so if you can't lock out on one side, you tend to have to like compensate in other areas. And so his shoulder overhead is pretty difficult for him. So yeah, I'm moving the chalk for him. I'm being a nice guy. So I know he's going to move the chalk from handstand push-up spot to handstand push-up spot. All right, so he should be coming up near the end of it. Ellie should be almost done. Moving on to her handstand push-up, her final round of handstand push-up, and her final round of shoulder overhead. Like I think I already talked about good scaling options. If I could go back and change it and try to get a better time, I think I was just barely sub 8. So if you were like, hey Jake, could you get sub 7? You got to figure you're going to spend 3 minutes doing double unders regardless, right? It's probably more like, you probably got to figure that double unders are going to take about a minute 10 to a minute 15 per round, because you got to figure like there's that transition time, and the fact you're not going to pick up the rope and go ham. So that already gives you, let's say it's 3:10 per round, or I'm sorry, 1 minute, 10 seconds per double under. That's already 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So you got to figure, if you want to get 7 minutes, you've only got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to do the rest of it. And you're doing 45 handstand push-ups at increasing deficit and shoulder overhead. So it's probably possible to do 7 minutes. I wouldn't doubt it. In order for me to get 7 minutes, if I go back, now that I'm watching this, if I go back and change things, I would probably need to go back and just fix my transitions. Like, I don't think I can go faster on the shoulder overhead. You know, that's negligible amount of time you're gonna save there. Obviously, you're gonna rest in between certain portions of the handstand push-ups. You know, like if you remember going back and watching my 9s, I think I hit like 4 or 5 and I rested in the bottom. That's gonna happen. I mean, that's again, like the time gleaned from not resting isn't that much. So really the only time is transitioning between. I think I was semi-decent in transitioning between the bar to the rope. I don't think I really wasted a whole lot of time there. I think my time wasted, if we go back and watch it, as I recall, was between my jump rope to my handstand push-ups, which probably wasn't a whole lot. I think most of my time was between handstand push-ups and shoulder overhead, which, if I'm being honest, that's where you're gonna waste most of your time, because you just, like I mentioned, did a lot of press out and now you're trying to press out a barbell. And so that's where you're gonna mess up. And that's where, I'm not mess up, but that's where you're gonna probably waste most of your time, because you're going from a movement to the pretty much exact same movement, just now it's a barbell and it's not your weight working against gravity, it's just a bar working against gravity. So that's where I imagine I could save more time, but you really have to ask yourself, okay, well, if you hurry up and rush back to your 225, would you be able to hit all 6 of them? That is where the question lies, and where you really don't know. So will we retest some of these workouts? Maybe. And so if I retest them, I'll obviously probably go back and watch this video and say, okay, well, this is how I approached it. How can I approach it differently? That's how I would approach it differently. Which is the beauty of the open, because you have the ability to retest workouts over and over again over the course of like 4 or 5 days, and you kind of get an idea of things that change. And sometimes in our training, we really don't redo workouts, which kind of stinks. Like, I really wish we would, because I think there are lessons learned from the open that sometimes don't apply to our training. You know, you obviously can do lessons learned for lifting, but you don't do redo workouts like this very often in training. So that's what kind of stinks. It'd be cool if we did do that, but sometimes you don't have a whole lot of time. You need to focus on other things, you know. So we actually, depends on how I release these videos. This video and the dumbbell sprint ladder we did the dumbbell sprint ladder right before this. So we finished the dumbbell sprint ladder and then transitioned over to this. So, you know, lockout to kind of lockout, or pull, you know, lockout from here, pull workout to a lockout workout. So let's talk about Liv. Liv is really good at her push jerks. She's really good at push jerks. Like, I think she can push jerk 191 at, I think she's 13 or 14. I think she's 13, gonna be 14, or 14. I don't know, don't quote me. What she struggles at in this workout is double unders really badly. She'll have a good day and then she'll have a bad day for double unders. And you're probably about to watch a bad day right now on this set. But one thing we have been working on here with is the fact that when she does handstand push-ups, she has that like super huge break in her midline, not like a small break in her midline, like a large break in her midline where her butt will drag across the wall. And so we've really been working on her and making sure she fixes that. And I don't have audio in this right now because obviously we're playing music at the same time in the barn. But if there was audio, you'd probably hear me yell every now and again to like squeeze your core and fix your midline. So anyways, that's really it. I really don't have a whole lot else to say about this workout. Feel free to keep watching. I really appreciate you keep watching to see who actually wins this workout, or just jump ahead at the end, totally up to you, to see who actually takes this workout, guys versus girls. I don't remember my delta time between how much I beat Ellie by. I finished sub 8. I'm not sure when Ellie finished, maybe like 11 minutes, I think. I think it was 11. So I had her beat by 3 minutes, but I'm pretty sure Olivia closes that 3-minute gap quite a bit on Andrew, and that's mainly because Olivia does break her double unders, but Andrew breaks his shoulder overhead every single time just because of the pure weight of it. So, yeah, there's just differences there. The girls actually caught up. They didn't I don't think they took the win, which you'll have to watch and see, but they did make a lot of ground near the end. So appreciate you guys watching. Everyone have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching this daily content, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, the boys took that one pretty solidly. No contest.